Hi guys, Sean here, EV Bloke, back with another video. How you doing? Yeah, just to give you a quick catch up really. Not been doing very much on the channel for about the last 3 or 4 weeks, primarily because the car is just doing really well. I've had no issues with the car, it's been running really well. Yeah, nothing to really report. I think I did speak on my last video that it had some tyre changes, went in for a service and they changed the tyres on it. Well, I booked it in to get the tyres changed. I had to wait a little bit of a while for them to get the Pacific ones in that they wanted to put on, but other than that, that kind of worked out okay. Just to quickly show you over here, got that's my mileage now. I've done 13,359 miles in the car now in just over a year, so probably about average. Is that really? I'm not sure, about average for the car, not too bad really. And it's been going really well since the weather's got a bit. I've had better efficiency, obviously, out of the car. That's pretty standard, really, of course. But yes, I've had quite good efficiency recently out of this car. It's been getting a bit better on that side of it. It was pretty bleak in the winter, really. I thought I was getting about 150 out of it, but it was, you know, it is what it is. You know, when it comes to electric vehicles, you know. This is what we kind of get. Let's just straighten that up a bit. I'm on the right crooked there. Yeah, so yeah, just to update you on things, because obviously I haven't been around for a bit, so I just wanted to let you know what's going on, and all that kind of thing. Thanks for getting me up over 600 subscribers now. I think I'm up to about 620 odd, I think, so thanks very much for that. Still on my way to 1,000, which I hope to get to quite soon. It'd be really nice if I do. Anyway, going back to things about the channel, so coming up is a Renault 5 review. I should be doing a review of that and getting hold of that soon. And there's also a brand new BYD dealership that's opened up in Gloucester, which is kind of like roughly near where I live. So if you live in my area, or if you're living in the sort of southwest area and you want to pop along there to that new one, it's at the Virtu Ford garage in Bristol Road, and you sort of go round to the back of it there, and they're just setting up there. It's only been open a few weeks, but they've got vehicles in there for you to test drive if you want to test drive, if you're thinking about getting BYD. This is they don't sponsor me or anything. I'm just bigging them up as a local BYD, so I'll be moving all my servicing and everything over to them, because I was at Birmingham before that. And so yeah, go down and speak to Darren and the guys down there. I'm sure they'll be pleased to see you down there. And if you're in the market for a car, go back and look at my videos. I've got about 60 some odd videos on here all about this car, and if this is the kind of car that would fit into your life, then yeah, go along there. And you live in my area, go along to them. Virtue, that's in Bristol Road, Gloucester, and they can you know, I'm sure they can link you up with a PSP deal, or you know, to buy the vehicle, whatever it might be, or just at least go and test drive it, you know. So they're going to have all of the cars coming out this year there, so yeah, well worth going along and having a look. You know, my stance with BYD has kind of been changing a little bit of lately, really, because I think I've been pretty hard on this car, actually, quite a bit, you know, when I talk about things like the charging speed and everything. Because at the end of the day, what will this car's main use be, is what I really think, what you really got to say. And at the end of the day, this car is essentially going to be a run around, taking kids to school, going to work, you know, and I mean, you can take this 3 or 4 hour round trips, no problem anyway, you know. Stop off once and charge, it doesn't really matter. And but at the end of the day, all the day-to-day stuff that most people do, it will do, and it's got good interior space. But the thing that's really impressing me a lot about this car is I'm watching a lot of channels lately, and people are saying I had to take my EV in to have this done, you know, it had a recall for this I had to have this done, I had to have that done, I had to have that done, I had to have that done. And I've actually had nothing done on this car. I've not had to do a single thing in this car apart from change tyres. So that's pretty good going in what, 15-16 months. It's, you know, the software's been working fine, everything's been going really well in this car. And so from that perspective, I got actually no complaints whatsoever. you know. And sometimes we need to look at what is the actual use case of vehicles, and you know, could this have a bigger battery? Possibly, but I mean, it's giving you 260 miles in the winter, real world, say 250 I'd say in the summer, and probably around about 180, 190, maybe 200 in the winter, depending on where you're traveling. I always look at my area as not a very good use case, because I live in the Cotswolds, it's quite hilly here, there's a lot of elevation, we have a lot of rain here, it's raining right now, and you know, so it's not a best use case sort of way to actually sort of relate to it really. But yeah, but anyway, getting more cars on the channel will be my big project this year. So I'm hoping, as I say, to get a Renault 5 soon. I'm hoping to get other Renaults as well. Got a pretty good relationship with them, so I'm hoping to get some more cars on the channel from them, and there's some exciting ones coming out this year, of course. BYD products, of course, I will hope to always get some of those, considering you know, it's well, it's not a BYD channel, but it is obviously about this car, this Atto3, and so you know, I've got a bit of a collection there, so hopefully we'll have some more BYD products. Hyundai I've got a good relationship with, so I hope to get the Insta out of there, which should be nice to look at that little town city. I want to look at some of the city cars at the moment, actually. You know, it's there's so many SUVs out there. We are flooded with SUVs, and although they have their purpose, and although they have their place in the car world, they cannot be it to the car world. We have to, you know, we have to have some cars with character and personality, like the Renault 5, hopefully to get into that soon, and like the little Insta, you know, the little Spring, the Dacia Spring. I might try and see if I can get hold of that one. I want to look at some of those cheaper models, some of the more affordable cars that are out there that we could all perhaps get into and enjoy, and all the rest of it. So I'm hoping that will happen this year. So so that's all what's going on there. Something else happening on the channel which I can't mention right now, but I'm doing a podcast on quite a large group of channels, and so hopefully that all goes well, but I won't say anything more than that at the moment, because it's not been finalized and it's not up on their channel yet. So but there'll be something I'll be linking you to hopefully fairly soon relating to that. So that's a good experience that was. But yeah, other than that, you know, if there's anything turns up on this car, if we get a software update, or if anything goes wrong with the car, or anything like that, or anything I can see that you feel, well, let me know in the comments down below. Is there anything I haven't covered about the BYD Atto3 that you would like to see me do? Whether it be maybe it's a road trip, maybe it's a battery percentage challenge or something, or whatever it might be. So if you've got any questions or anything about the BYD, please do. I do sometimes take a little bit of a while to get back to comments. I do really apologize for that. I have two channels now. One is totally unrelated to this, so I'm kind of busy on both ends, as it were, really. So I do sometimes take a bit of a while. There's a lot of comments to get through sometimes, but I will get back to you, I do promise. But if you've got any ideas for videos for this car, please do let me know. I'm always open to that. So yeah, or if there's any questions you've got about the BYD Atto3, I'm also happy to. I know pretty much all there is to know about this car now, more or less, I guess, really. So yeah, it's so just let me know. So guys, I'll end it here then, but I just wanted to give you that update. So look out for those videos coming up with some other models of models of cars and stuff like that. Hopefully we'll get some 1 or 2 long-termers, and we can do some real some real coverage on those. So if you're into your EVs, like and subscribe, because there's going to be more content coming in 2025 definitely. And so yeah, and so that's about it. Catch you on the next one, guys, and safe driving.